So, how'd everybody do on part two? Well, if you weren't sure, I'm going to have you guys post up your answers for these guys to the collaboration page, just so that way you can actually check your work and stuff like that. So, hopefully, we'll all get the right answers. So, remember, post your answers to part two on the collaboration page. I'll have a link for you to be able to do that on the My Team spot. So, for now, what we wanted to do is look at what's called the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. So sometimes with a theorem, like it's true like forwards and backwards. So this is one that is true. So instead of starting with a right triangle and showing that c squared equals a squared plus b squared, in this case, it's assuming we have a triangle that's of the that, and it's true that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Then in this case, the triangle is a right triangle, and the angle opposite the side of length C, so the hypotenuse, is the right angle in this case. So what we're going to do is use this to actually kind of verify, just given certain numbers, would these numbers actually form a right triangle. So what we're going to do is plug them into the Pythagorean theorem and just see if the answer that we get is true. So remember, whenever you're talking about the hypotenuse always has to be the longest side of the triangle. So in this case, I'm just going to let A be 9, B be 40, and C equal 41 in this case. And then I'm going to plug them into the formula. So in this case, I get C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So I get 41 squared. In this case, because I don't know it's true yet, I'm just going to put a little question mark in between them just to let me know that it's possible they're not true. So a squared is 9 squared plus b squared, which is 40 squared. So plugging these guys in the calculator real quick, unless you happen to know what 41 squared is off the top of your head. So 41 squared is 1,681. And again, question mark. So 9 squared we know is 81, plus 40 squared, which is 1,600. So adding these guys together, we see that we get 1,681 on both sides. So that tells us that those three sides of a triangle does form a right triangle. So those three sides form a right triangle. So let's look at the next one real quick, just so we can see maybe this one won't be true. So again, same thing. I'm going to do A, B, and C. The bigger side always has to be C. So again, we're looking at 17 squared equals 12 squared plus 15 squared. And so again, plugging these in the calculator, we see that 17 squared is 289, and again, I don't want to forget my question mark. So 12 squared is 144 plus 15 squared, which is 225. So it's not looking promising here. When I add 225 to 144, I get 369. So in this case, 289 does not equal 369. So it doesn't mean it's not a triangle, it just means it's not a right triangle. So in this case, the sides 12, 15, and 17 don't make a right triangle. So it's still a triangle, it's just not a right triangle, which is what we were looking for. So I'll leave 3, 4, and 5 for you guys to do. So those will actually be our exit ticket that we're going to do as part of our end. So again, if you have any questions or anything like that, I'll be around all day tomorrow. So feel free to ask, and good luck.